All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode on the Bodybuilding News Network. As always, I'm your host, Saunch. And before we get into this one, consider liking, subscribing, and commenting below on this channel. If you guys enjoy this style of content, like I said, consider subscribing. But this is going to be my recap for the men's open class, specifically at this year's 2021 Prague Pro. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play the footage from the finals for the men's open class in kind of in and out of the footage here. But some of the big takeaways from this show, and like I talked about earlier, I had to go to the gym after watching the finals and the awards because I was just so shocked. In reality, I was actually right on a lot of my predictions for this show, especially the top four. I did have Nathan Diasha not winning the show, and especially in prejudging. Now, for the wrong reasons, I had that prediction, and let's get into that. So, if you watched my prejudging coverage, I showed you guys just photos because I don't want to take away from any revenue that the promoters are going to be making off the live stream moving forward. So, I try to use just photos or fan shot footage in my coverage while the show is going on. Now that we're post-production, the show's over, I'm going to put the full footage in here so you guys can see it. But I thought that Nathan Diasha looked a little soft and kind of blown out in some spots in prejudging. But after looking at the finals here, especially in these shots here, the back lat spread, the back double bicep, it's really clear that he was very sharp. This is probably one of his best packages all year. And that really does speak to Nathan Diasha in his genetics and his ability and discipline to stay conditioned all this time. He's been competing for a couple months now, and he's still bringing world-class pro show winning physiques in the conditioning, in the fullness, in the size. It's really impressive to see. So although he did not win this show, he actually got fourth. He still brought one of his best packages to date. Now, when we look at Regan Grimes, who placed third, this is not Regan's best showing. He was a lot sharper. He was a lot cleaner with the lines, if you know what I mean, at the Legion Sport Festival. So him coming into this Prague show, I thought that this was a favorite for him after that KO squad win. I thought that was a good showing from him, although the footage was horrendous. We can talk about that. I actually have notes for another show that I want to do on that one, so stay tuned for that. But not Regan's best showing, but not his worst. I'd say it's a little bit better than the Olympia. That's what I would say on that. Now, Rafael Brandao, I'm a personal fan. I love Raf's physique. I love the flow and symmetry of the structure, the muscle insertions. Nothing's blown out. Everything's very proportionate, and I love that. That is what I'd like to be as a bodybuilder, but not to that extent, to that capacity. Okay. Now, I'm very happy for him to get this second place finish. It really does speak volumes to what the IFBB is looking for right now, because Steve Weinberger, the head judge at most of the big shows, he was the head judge at this show. And the way he saw it was the more symmetrical, clean, proportional, symmetrical physiques won at the end of the day. Someone like a Samson Dauda, someone like a Raf Brandao or Rafael Brandao. And that brings us to the winner, Samson Dauda. I'm so happy for Samson to win this show. If you missed the awards ceremony, this guy, as soon as they announced that he won, he fell to his knees bawling. Just something you don't really see a lot in the pro circuit or bodybuilding in general. Is just that level of raw emotion. He's been through a lot this year, losing his coach and then having to get upgrade his team and switch people around and still compete is really something you don't see very often in our sport or in most sports at all. So big congratulations to Samson Dauda winning the show. I have no problem with him winning the show. I thought that he had the, how do you want to say it, the safe decision, the safe bet. When we look at the physique, when we look at the guys on the stage here, I think that Nathan Diasha has more muscle and he has a more freaky look with that high lat insertions and tiny waist. And then you get to someone like a Samson, someone like a Regan, and someone like a Wrath. It's more safe, streamlined, balanced, and proportioned structures. So although Nathan does a great job of having the strengths where he needs it and not really having a lot of weaknesses, the way that his body is built really gives him a freaky look. And for one reason or not, Steve and the rest of the judging panel didn't see it the way that everyone else did, and having Nathan Diasha winning this show. So not sure what was going on there. I think it was what I was talking about just a second ago about them going with a more streamlined, proportionate, safer choice. It also, no one wants to talk about this, but I'll say it. I've got nothing to lose. It could be politics. Now, I think that Samson has a very solid place for qualifying for the Olympia on points. He's done 3 or 4 shows recently. So that's a lot of top 3 finishes and points. But the conversation is there, and I'm not sure why other people don't talk about it. But if maybe the judges, maybe the organizations and the promoters wanted Samson to win, they wanted to have that narrative of having Samson Dauda win a pro show and have that completion to his competitive season. I'm assuming that if he didn't win this show, he probably would have went on and done the Romania, gotten more points, or even won that show, and then he would have shut down for the competitive season. Although we technically are in the 2022 competitive season, as it started after October, the season's going to kind of take a break until, I'm assuming, the Indy Pro next year. So we have a few months of no bodybuilding shows. So that was my prediction, that he was going to shut it down. Really was surprised with the final outcome in the Open and in the 212. I will do a short and sweet video for the 212, as it just wasn't as exciting as the Open. And in my opinion, on a lot of these shows, the 212 is almost as exciting, and sometimes even more exciting than the Open class. But hey, that's just my opinion, guys. I appreciate you stopping to the end of the video. If you guys want to check out our new supplement sponsor, Rari Nutrition, an all natural, no artificial sweeteners or flavoring supplement company, definitely check them out. I'm trying out their Infinity pre-workout right now, and their Dream Sleep Aid. I was knocked out last night, and it's my first time using it, so I don't want to say too much, but had a fantastic result from that. Woke up on the weekend, right? The weekend, I woke up at 5, couldn't get back to sleep. I was so refreshed and ready to go. Got out of bed at 6:45 and started my day with shoulders. So if you guys enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and checking out other episodes of Bodybuilding Today on the channel. We have over 100 episodes of Bodybuilding Today on the Bodybuilding News Network. Also, check out my new vlog series. It's called Post-Workout Rant, because that's what I used to call it on my personal channel. So that's going to be a little bit more raw, unedited, personal content of me and my own ideas on bodybuilding and my own journey in competitive bodybuilding on the natural side. And we'll see where we go in the future. But definitely consider checking out that series. The first episode just came up. It's about 10 minutes long, so watch it all the way till the end. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Not sure how long this one is, but guys, thank you so much for watching another episode. If you guys enjoyed, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, continue the conversation in the comment sections below. I'm your host, as always, Saunch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another episode.